Hi Scorpio Moons, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144, very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread, past, present, and future. And I will clarify those 3 cards using the major arcana. And at the end of your reading, I will do an overall card using the Moonology Oracle card deck. I have already pre-shuffled all of the decks. I will shuffle the first deck just a few more times, split the deck, and then we'll begin your reading. So the moon phase currently is waning crescent. And the moon is in Libra at this current point in time. This reading is timeless. So take the messages that come to you as they may resonate for you, whatever time that may be, as time is fluid. Splish. Do 2 more. Scorpio moons. Okay, so for your past, and we're not doing reversals, we have the moon card. So I'm just getting this as being you here, in secrecy. Being your traditional Scorpio moon self here. Overall, I feel that all of this energy has to do with you, like everything that's in this card. And there being an ascension of some sort, having a choice to go through and walk through this cave here as this dark energy. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're taking the high road with your beautiful selves and choosing to be amongst the stars here. I do feel this is an energy that's more comforting and happy for you. Some of you may not like swimming. There may be a fear of swimming. And then with the energies here, just getting there being some past situations connected to vulnerability and unmasking, seeing the mask. And these are seen as a dog and a wolf, which can be connected to bestiality and 3D energy. But I'm getting all of this as like an inner working of you starting at this level here, being more in the darkness of your Scorpio energy at a certain point, ascending, leveling up, coming onto higher ground, having an option here where I am seeing this also is 2 of Wands here, making a decision on action, on what it is that you want to do for yourself here. And then just doing the work where I'm getting star energy connected to this, where you're moving more towards your goals and wanting to see more of your wishes fulfilled. So that involving that leveling up there and seeing yourself as this moon here, being this moon energy here, embracing your moon energy, accepting your darkness, but also knowing that with that darkness, there's also that light. Light creates the shadows. So you just discovering that you're not so bad after all. And that you do have a true significant destined purpose here on this earth as the Scorpio moon energy. And whatever properties that you have, other placements that you have in your birth chart, I do feel that the Scorpio moon energy is very sacred for you. Seeing it as a gift rather than as a curse. This is a card of 18. Comes together to create a 9, but then also breaks down to create a 7. 7's having to do with balance, connected to 7th house energy of Libra. And very interesting because the moon is currently in Libra. So this being supportive energy coming from the sign that is next to you, side by side with you. And then 9th house energy being a part of Jupiter energy. The moon is also the ruler of Cancer. So I do feel this has a lot to do with your love for self and that protection of self, security, and that being about moving more towards your wishes and your goals. Seeing both workings, the inner workings of you when it comes to the light and the dark. And that leading to that 9 energy of heightened spirituality. On a whole nother level is what I'm getting. So this taking place in your past here. And I do feel that this has been very transformative for you. And this coming about not just on your own, but again, that supportive energy coming through, but then also energies who signed up in this lifetime to possibly, get on your nerves or be a part of that darkness to help you to elevate into more of that light. Moon is also connected to the mother. So the energies you may have been dealing with, one of those may have been mother energy. It could be mom, grandma, or someone you see as a mother figure, or you being a mother, or all of these combined. And I'm getting, instead of going through that dark cave, trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel, you realizing that you're the light at the end of the tunnel. And in comparison to the sun, the moon is considered more of a dark energy, but it also creates light. You see the moon in the sky and it's amongst the darkness because it provides light. It may be a cold light, but it is light. Let's see what we have for your present. Beautiful. All right, so I'm just getting right away this being that balance and that happiness that has been discovered from within, connected to the moon card here. And your elevation and ascension. And embracing yourself, that being a rebirth energy here for you. It's all about you. Where I do feel, you've extended yourself very gracefully to others. And that has triggered, it's been triggering because I do feel that your generosity may have been misunderstood or taken for granted, but I do feel it's with that ascension energy, you having a greater perspective on why things happen the way that they do, so that reducing the amount of triggering that has taken place for you. And this being a part of that illumination. We have great illumination here with both the moon and the sun being the ruler of Leo. And just being very happy. This is a very happy energy. And with the moon, in comparison to the sun being more that dark energy, I am getting, with you finding the light in yourself, realizing you're the light at the end of the tunnel, that being connected to that sun and that happiness and that joy. Releasing codependency and gaining greater independency. And just a lot of joy and happiness that's here. There's different components to the sun here too, with the rays, as I'm seeing. But we can even get more of that moon energy. And the sun being the sun because of the darkness in the moon there and that connection coming through there. So that just kind of blending with what we have here. But I do feel, again, it's about the ascension, but then also speaking to the balance. This is a card of 19 coming together to create a 10, but it also creates an 8. 8's being connected to you, 8th house energy of Scorpio. And then that 10 speaking to new beginning and the overall number 1 energy of you, where I'm getting magician energy and you just being very happy that you've been able to do for yourself, realizing your worth and what it is that you can do, how powerful it is that you are, being able to take all the tools that you've gained along your journey and create your own happiness, create your own light. It's not so dark after all, and that may be the title. I just feel there's a major discovery from within you here, and this being great rebirth energy, wonderful illumination. And with that, you're also providing this happiness from within you to others, realizing that is a very positive way to bring happiness and joy, rather than feeling like you have to give all the time. You giving to yourself and making yourself happy and creating that happiness around you and from within you is going to resonate amongst others. And that's what I'm getting here with the sun. This is also father energy, so we have mother and father here. So for some of you, this could be, dealings with mothering situations, tackling that, and then championing it, being a champion in it. I'm not even going to try to say that word again. Being a champion in it, and now the next phase is that sun energy. So some of you may even have Scorpio sun placements here. But the father energy being that next step, and that being about that Libra energy from the 7 that came from the moon card, and the balance overall that's culminating all together as one beautiful union from within yourself, having healed root chakra energies there too, with that red energy, but that red also representing your colors, with Mars being your ruler. So with your aura and your beautiful vibe, I think there's a lot of happiness that is coming through here. Just seeing the sunflowers and all the different flowers. And yes, the sun contributes to the growth, but I feel that that sunlight is from within your childlike energy here, just being very happy, helping other things to grow. You being happy because you realize, that darkness, it's not so bad. Like, I just feel like a lot of you have been given the portrayal that the dark is something to be considered as a bad thing. But the sun and the moon, the dark and the light, work hand in hand with one another. So there just being a lot of great happiness, realizing that you can be this beautiful sunlight here too as well, and it's not all about that darkness that may come from your Scorpio energy. Embracing it, yes. Appreciating it, yes. Using it, yes. But I do believe it's about the intent. That is part of the underlying message here. So great illumination here, and then also great balance. Mother and father energy here. And I do feel that this also speaks to completion of karmic cycles as well. The 19 being right before the Judgment card and the World card, which are the last 2 cards of the manifestation cycle, but also the major arcana. A very powerful energy that we have coming from you, as we have 2 major arcanas for your first 2 cards. I'm seeing great healing here too. And with that healing, there's that rebirth. Let's see what we have for your future. And this being your card here. Where I'm just getting this being a continuum, seeing the happiness in that discovery. And it's like, this is a part of that ascension here, being that moon energy, being your Scorpio moon self here. With greater discovery, greater level up, it's like, okay, now let's really do some things. Let's party. Dying to an old way of being. And that was what I was getting here. We can see that energy here. And you just being your, not necessarily your good old-fashioned self, because I do feel there's newness here. But with greater awareness, you're able to get back into the depths of who it is that you are with your Scorpio moon energy. And now really have a great effect and more progression with this leveling up. We see that sunlight there too. So I just feel like this is, you know, the next level, the next round. And you going off to do some great work here, being that death energy there, where I'm getting awakening energy. But just realizing that, you know, your energy, the Scorpio moon energy, does not have to be so damn dark. And that you can be that darkness, but it can also bring about great transformation and positivity rather than negativity. And that having that connect with that intent. This is a card of 13. Where I'm getting right away this being connected to strong feminine energy. And I am seeing the boots here, designed in more of a feminine fashion here. Pretty dope outfit, but definitely excited to get back into the works of being you as a Scorpio moon energy, but doing it in a way that is going to be for more of a betterment for the world. Where I'm also getting there being less selfishness. And that selfishness being tied to the codependency that was coming through that you have also released. Gaining greater independency. Moving more into a state where it's having to do with beliefs here too and perspective. It's just more of the light. That's what I'm seeing. We have moonlight, sunlight, and then even more sunlight here. But with this being Scorpio energy here, that just bringing this all together here. With that being a card of Scorpio and you being Scorpio moon. And then having that sun there. That sun rising in between two towers there. Where I do feel it's a part of your purpose. But it's reflective energy, so almost like preparing oneself for battle. And not necessarily a battle, but situations that may come about that you may be faced with, but you're in a much higher position, a much better position, a much stronger position, and a much more loving position when it comes to yourself. This could also be about illumination of what it is that you've experienced when it came to towers. And then you just being almost like a superhero. And it just going back to that energy of producing for the betterment of all. Most importantly, yourself. So I'm checking out the gear. I keep looking at the gear and, you know, it's all black. That's very protective energy, but it's also speaking to prosperity. 8th house energy, 8s are also connected to prosperity as well. But mainly I'm just getting you being a great transformer. Being more balanced, being more elevated, and bringing the light in both the moon and the sun. Mother and father energy. Royal energy. With the mother energy, I'm also getting pearls and luxuries. And great emotion. Great emotion. but you also being seen for who it is and what it is that you have been working on and towards, and it's being seen for the truth of who it is that you are and how far it is that you've come. We have the Queen of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. Where I'm just getting you being a total badass here. There's sunflower energy here. White energy being worn by this child, and then also with the Queen of Wands. So I'm just getting growth. Greater spirituality with the cap. New beginning here, and that Ace of Wands there, and that was coming through with the 10 energy, the 1 and the 9 from the Sun. This is beautiful. And then Queen energy also being a part of Empress energy. Wands is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Ophiuchus. And I'm also seeing with the gold energy, sun energy, and then we have that gray energy where I'm getting that being the moon energy. So sun and moon energy again. Being very confident. A great constructor and builder, business person. One who is very successful at getting things done. Will work hard and diligently to achieve their dreams and their goals. You having great gift from within as well, as the Leo energy is coming through here too. We did have that with the sun. Sitting on this fiery throne here. Ancestral gifts that are coming through connected to that. And the sun, I'm just seeing that as the sun. It is a sunflower, but I'm seeing this as the sun in between these two lions here. So this could be also too about a partnership. You may have a Scorpio energy that is coming through with you being more in your power here. And being more out in the open. There just being great illumination with this. And that great blend, I think, is wonderful right here. Speaking to the balance from within you, but then also what it is that you're attracting. This is great attractive energy here too. Very magnetizing, where you bring things to you. You don't necessarily go to, but you do sit, you trust, and allow other things and situations and people to come to you. Just doing what it is that you do. Being in your joyful state, but then also embracing your darkness. Having that healing and that knowing and greater awareness, and now being on the new here, on a whole new level. Let's see, we'll scoot this over and we'll leave this right here. And then let's get to your clarifiers. We'll clarify the moon card. Clarify the moon. You just being unafraid to be who it is that you are. And we'll take the one that came out here. Yep, there's the Empress. And this is that moon energy here. So super beautiful that we have that connect coming through here. The strength of who it is that you are. Having the shield of protection. Having great love, magnetism. You being that magician there too that was coming through with the overall champion energy that I was speaking on. But utilizing the tool of fire here. Having to do with your creative successes and what it is that you're passionate about. This is counterpart energy to the Emperor, which is a part of fire energy, being an Aries card, and it's also the card that comes after the Empress. And the balance being here with divine, masculine, and feminine energy in that Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, one who works well together with others. The beautiful golden aura that is surrounding you and around you, on you, and within you. One who is very much respected here, but also seen as this beautiful empress here too. This may have been something too with that moon energy and the secrecy that you were pushing down, not accepting and loving yourself, as I'm seeing that energy of that darkness and being afraid to swim. So it doesn't have to be actually being afraid to swim. It could just be about, you know, having fears, getting over the fears of putting oneself out there. And that being the Scorpio work for you, that you completed successfully here, realizing that you are that light. Rather than trying to find the light is in you. And not speaking to this clarifying energy of the Empress. And then again, also too, with the mother connection here. That coming through, just speaking to how it is that you've worked with other mother energies that have been supportive to help you to discover that light from within yourself there too. And look how glowy all that gold is on this card. I love this card. The green energy being significant there, connected to the heart chakra. And that being about that self-love and what was being worked on in connection to that darkness. Or the heavy amount of darkness, I should say. The dark is just as important as the light, but when there's an imbalance, that can be something that is life-changing, very transforming. And that did come through with that 7 energy connected to Libra. Oh, we got a little rose petal there. So I have a rose petal. I have rose petals around me. And that fell right on the Empress. So you may be getting flowers. Or you may be a lover of flowers. We did have the sunflower energy here and then the sunflower energy here. This also being that great creative, one who can create very successfully. I'm just hearing, you know, this is, just know your value and your worth, because this is you. Whether you're male or female. But that definitely giving the energy of being suppressed there. And feeling like more of, like one had to be more of this energy. But just with the leveling up, realizing greater perspective, now bossing up all the way here. Let's clarify the sun. Justice. And this being a part of the Libra energy, we do have the scales here, silver and gold. Great abundance, living in truth, being your truth, and delivering your truth. No longer hiding. And the justice energy, just getting there, being balanced. Here, with this being connected to the father energy, this could be where you're seeing more of justice come through, situations coming into balance, connected to more masculine energy, with that greater illumination and what it is that you bring to the world and those around you, with that beautiful, happy energy there. And if this is about dealings with a Leo person, because we do have Leo energy coming through with this, what wanted to be seen, High Priestess. This comes right before the Empress. You just being powerful. You're a powerful bae here. Highly intuitive. Cancerian energy, I'm getting connected strongly to that, but this also being balanced between the dark and the light. You gaining greater wisdom, doing your work, looking like a boss, being a boss, continuing to move forward in succession and seeing the fruits of your labor, having the veil there, the veil of truth, and this being right here, where I feel it's about you bringing truth, but also being truth, and unafraid to be who it is that you are. I do feel this speaks to you being a justice bringer here. You're just not giving yourself enough credit for the power it is that you've had and that you do have. And with some self-reflection and that inner work there with that moon card, it all just coming together and you being very happy about what it is that you've discovered. You have great purpose in this world here. More of that 8 energy standing for you. 8th house energy of Scorpio. And the prosperity that comes through with that independency and the rebirth. Reconnective energy to the light. But that balance, before I move on to the next card, where this can also be seen as dark and light energy, with that silver being that moon energy and the gold being that sun energy, where we did have that here too. Sun and moon. So you just being a great accomplisher when it comes to finding your balance and maintaining that, but then leveling up on this very heavily and increasing on this to be even more of a success here. Moving towards your wishes, dreams, desires, and your goals. Very strong energy here. All right, let's clarify the death card. I feel that the justice energy is also connected to that happiness, and it's just being something that has been destined for you, where you may have been in a state of solace, depression, with that imbalance of the light and the dark, being more in that darkness that was coming through here, and there being more sadness. But you overcoming. That 7 energy connected to the Chariot energy too, with that being a card of 7 in the major arcana. And the Chariot also could stand for overcoming, so I'm picking that up too. Let's clarify the death card. Clarify the death card. You overcoming, standing strong and representing yourself here too. We have the Strength card and the High Priestess. You have that twice. Heightened spirituality on a whole nother level here. And the Crown energy, I'm just getting that, speaking to the leveling up that you have done. And being limitless, knowing that this can continue to go higher up here, but you having that great balance from within, embracing both your dark energy and your light energy. And that was coming through here with this High Priestess card here. But being straight boss, being super sexy, super beautiful, super handsome, having the Torah there, being the keeper of secrets, knowing how to move, when to move, very intuitive, very loving, and being a great teacher, moving into great leadership and being a teacher after going through certain experiences for yourself, connected to both mother and father energies. And us all being about that healing energy from within. Just seeing that very strongly there, and then that rebirth energy connected to the sun. And illumination, great happiness. And then the evened out energy here with the death card. So I think that's why we have 2 cards here too. Because this is also an energy of Leo here. And Cancerian energy very much connected to the moon card. So moon, sun. This was super beautiful. I also was getting 2 before these came out. 8 and 11. 11th house energy of Aquarius. And we have that 11 here. The Justice card is also a card of 11 in other decks as well. So 1111 is coming through, where I do feel the energy of that 4 of Wands. Just coming through, speaking to your stability, that being connected to the strong Cancerian energy. Connected to your High Priestess energy here. 2 energy, I'm getting 2 of Cups. And with the doubling energy, this could be possibly about, I was getting possibly another person that's coming through. Who could be a Leo person that you're connecting to intuitively, but take what resonates. I do feel this just overall speaks to the balance from within yourself and the successes that are coming through for you, where you have the power to create. So I do feel the need to say, you know, I believe that energy there for you to manifest for yourself there. Because I do feel this is, you know, you being very powerful here and coming through and true for yourself. And that's speaking to the Strength card here. And then the High Priestess energy here, where you have it not once but twice. And so even this doubling here, and we have the Nine of Swords underneath there. I do feel that this is what you've overcome with that dark energy. Possibly not sleeping here at night either. Let's see what we have underneath. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, and I did say Five of Swords. 5 energy resonates in numerology across the board, so that did want to come through. And you know what? I'm not even getting this as being you. I'm getting this as being another person here that you were connecting to with the 2 energies of the High Priestess. And you having it because your back is to this. There's the 5 of Wands. But this is very interesting. I found this is a part of that moon energy and the suppression, what one has gone through. So we have 5 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands is competition, battling. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, moving away from that. Focusing on you and doing the work, making investment. Knight of Wands is that creative passion. I feel it's a part of the growth here. 5 of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold. And 9 of Swords is that worry and being in one's head. And so I feel that that's overall speaking to the journey that we've come through here and the great succession coming through, justice coming through when it comes to your happiness. Because I do feel this 9 of Swords is a part of your past here. You leveling up, gaining greater strength, unafraid to be who it is that you are. And that Strength card representing that there. I do feel you may have past energies that may want to try to come through to bring about that 7 energy of the 7 of Cups of confusion. And this being a part of how it is you're able to be in that illumination of the sun, being the warm energy, but also being the cold energy too. And that being, the balance being very important there for you because of what just came through with those cards there. Right, and I didn't even do that on purpose. Wishes granted and coming through for you, but I do feel that this is about you being greater in your power here and how you're able to alchemize and take what has not served you, nurturing the earth and bringing it back to the water, unafraid to put your toe in the water and be connected, realizing that that water is you. So not being afraid to swim anymore. No longer afraid to swim. Because you've had goo-goo goblins that want to try to come through and confuse you. But with that self-reflection, realizing you're the light, how much power it is that you have, knowing your worth and your value, you can get through anything and overcome and accomplish anything that you want to. There's no mask on this individual here where I'm getting this being you here, being vulnerable but not wearing a mask, unafraid to be you. Realizing you also have a special purpose and a destined part in this world here, that you're special. This is a card of 17. It comes right before the moon card there. So putting that energy into leveling up here and being successful at it. What I was going to do was flip this to get the next card. Right. I'm so right. So you do have, like, and I feel it's contributed to the amount of darkness that was coming through that was affecting you and your perspective and how it is that you felt about yourself. And now you being on this task here, and I feel that with this horse moving forward towards this being your next step here, is overcoming this energy here that you've been dealing with in the past, being unafraid to be yourself, knowing what it is that you can do and what you can accomplish. You being this Queen of Wands here. And then also the High Priestess, listening to your intuition very heavily, not once, but twice. We have that in your reading. Seven of Swords is deception, lies, betrayal. The Five of Swords right here that was being mentioned. That was not seen, but we do see it here. Right here being held. Attempting to run away. Let's see what they're running away from. Love. And that being you, swimming, unafraid to swim, be yourself, and to provide love. Or I feel that you were in this state before, but for some reason, this type of energy wanted to keep you from that. You just taking what it is that, you experienced and went through, finding the light that was from within you, and then powering through this to take on that next task. No BS right there. King of Swords, making sure. And that Sword of Truth being right here. You have the power. And you're coming back. You're making a return. Stronger and better. King of Swords and Queen of Wands. And I also speaking to the balance. The moon energy and then the sun energy. Like you just have prepared yourself very greatly here. Being very strong in your power. And we have that devil energy on the bottom there. That just being about what it is that you've overcome, and the goo-goo goblins that want to try to lurk and be around, but let them watch. Let them watch as you continue to move forward and as you grow. You got it. We'll leave that out. Let's get to your final card. For Scorpio moons. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Unafraid to swim. You realizing, and this is exactly what I was speaking on about allowing you to use your imagination, your manifesting. Where I do feel it's been those goo-goo goblins that were influencing your thoughts. You're like a sponge. Your Scorpio energy, your water energy can pick up a lot. And so I feel that that was a part of the confusing energy. That was a part of that imbalance where we do have that Seven of Swords there. But we have more of that seven contributing to your overall balance and how it is that you're powering back by being both sun and moon energy, speaking to your great balance from within. And being unafraid to swim, no matter how high the tide. Let's grab the reading. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even. That something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone yet. Attune to the moon by affirming, I know that the best will unfold for me. Additional meanings for this card: you're meandering toward your goal, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? Time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means for you. The teaching: in astrology, there are 3 so-called quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's the opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. It's your world, it's your life, your success, your power that you've been given, and no one can take that from you. Scorpio moons, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching for you. You're so powerful. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.